everyone. I'm excited to talk to you today about Troilus Gold and the advancements we've made on the project over the last couple of years and the path forward. Again, forward-looking statements, just a cautionary note, we'll be making a few. Okay, so Troilus is developing the past-producing gold-copper Troilus mine in northern Quebec. We are the largest undeveloped gold deposit in Quebec. We are Eco-Logo certified, we have a strong cash position, excellent leadership team. We've released the PEA and we're heading into the PFS stage in the coming months. We have a lot of inherited infrastructure which brings a lot of value to the property, which I'll talk about shortly. So just to start with the capital structure, like I said, we have a strong cash position. At the end of January this year, we were sitting with about $30.4 million in working capital. We have a strong shareholder base, 60% institutional and 32% retail. Of that 60% institutional, about 16% are Quebec-based. Well covered by the street as well. Like I said, strong leadership team. Our CEO, Justin Reed, has been the CEO of the project since the start. He's a geologist by training and a capital markets executive with over 20 years experience in the industry. Blake Highlands was previously Senior Vice President Exploration and was just promoted to President of the company. And last summer, we welcomed Richard Harrison, who became COO and joined us from Canadian Malartic. He was working there leading the construction of the Odyssey project. Richard really rounds out the leadership team heading into a construction decision very shortly. Like I mentioned, we're located in northern Quebec. We're in the Frotet-Evans Greenstone Belt, about 150 kilometers north of the town of Chibougamau. We are very close to the Abitibi, which of course is one of the richest gold regions in the world. We believe in the prospectivity of the Frotet-Evans Belt and the district potential that it has. Taking a closer look at the mine itself, so InMed operated this mine and produced 2 million ounces of gold and 70,000 tons of copper during the mine life from 2 open pits. Those are the 87 pit and the J pit. Troilus has been extensively drilling below and around those pits since 2018, expanding the resource at depth and along strike. Additionally, we've been drilling the southwest zone, which we started in 2019. It's a brand new pit, not previously mined, about 2.5 kilometers from the main zone. So those 3 pits together make up our resource. Like I mentioned, we have a lot of inherited infrastructure, so taking a closer look at that, we value it at about $350 million in value that we would not have to spend towards our CapEx. This includes a 44-kilometer mine road, which connects us to the route to Nord. It's only about a 2-hour drive to Chibougamau, as well as a 60-kilometer power line, 50-megawatt substation, and a fully permitted tailings facility that has the capacity to handle the full life of mine in the PEA. Troilus has an excellent track record of resource growth. If we go back to 2016, before acquisition of the project, we were sitting at about 2 million ounces underground target. Just through drilling, leading into 2020 for our most recent resource update, we upped that to 8.1 million equivalent ounces of gold. And it's transformed from an underground story to an open pit story. Jump ahead to 2022, we have 150,000 meters of additional drilling to add into our PFS that's upcoming this year. So we look forward to the excitement in adding that to the resource. This is a long section looking west of the 3 pits. There's a lot of results on here just summarizing some of the drilling we've been doing recently, mostly focused on the southwest as well as the gap zone. One of the most notable holes in the southwest is Southwest 590, about 400 meters north of the pit, heading into the gap zone where we hit 1 meter at 92 grams, 1 meter at 68 grams, and 2.5 grams over 7 meters. So that leads into what we're working on now. We're transitioning those drills from the southwest zone into the gap zone. We believe that the continuity of the mineralized corridor stretches between the two pits, or we hope that it does. So we're just initiating an 11,000 meter drill program in the gap zone. We drilled 5 holes quickly there last year just to test the lithology sequence. We hit some excellent intervals, so we're looking to build out on that. Just a typical cross-section from the J zone. On the left is what was inherited by Troilus. You can see the historical drilling stops right at the bottom of the pit that was mined historically. We've come in, stepped back, drilled extensively at depth and to the west of the pit, extending that mineralized zone at depth, as well as identifying a new hanging wall mineralized ore shell which exists inside the PEA pit. So Troilus is a low-grade bulk tonnage story. There is high grades at Troilus, just like I mentioned on the slide with the long section. There's multiple phases of emplacement of mineralization in the project. One of those is a late overprinting orogenic remobilization of the mineralization. Some of these structures cross-cut the regional deformation. We see those in Z87, we see them in J, we see them in Southwest, and we see them regionally. And understanding the orientation of these cross-cutting structures is really key to understanding some of the high-grade potential at Troilus and in the belt. So the main focus of the project is certainly on the mine site and the upcoming PFS. That being said, we do have 1,400 square kilometers of contiguous claims in the Frotet Evans Belt. We view them as very highly prospective. We have a number of targets around the property. We're looking to this summer to continue field work, continuing prospecting, sampling, all of that fun stuff in the field this year. Okay, so looking back at the PEA, we put this out in 2020, so keep in mind it's almost 2 years old at this point. Obviously this is all going to be updated when we put out our PFS, but looking back at that, it was a 22-year mine life, 14 years open pit, followed by underground. Through the open pit stage of the mine life, looking at just shy of 250,000 ounces production per year, with a $333 million US CapEx. Looking at the production profile of gold, copper, and silver, again, that just shy of 250,000 ounces per year over the open pit, 14 years. It does rank us as one of the highest producing gold producers it would rank us as one of the highest producing gold producers in the country. It's not to forget about copper in the project. We do, in the PEA, it outlined through that 14 years of open pit mine life, about 7,400 tons per year of copper production. That accounts for about 15% of the revenue for Troilus. We would be the 12th largest producer of copper in Canada and the largest producer in Quebec. Also keep in mind, these are PEA numbers 2 years ago, so we were using $3 a pound copper. Heading into the PFS, we'd be updating the metal prices, of course. Okay, so I've been touching a lot on the pre-feasibility. We're looking to release it mid-2022. We're looking at an open pit only scenario for this. The PEA had open pit combined with underground following that, so open pit only, targeting 220,000 ounces per year. Like I mentioned earlier, we have 150,000 meters of drilling to feed into the PFS since the PEA. We also in 2020 completed a buyback of a 2.5% royalty that we had on the property, so that will be factored into the study as well as updated metal prices. So just a summary of our recent milestones and path forward. We've expanded the land package. We're now up to 1,400 square kilometers. Expanded the resource significantly at the southwest, especially, and throughout the property. Upcoming mineral resource statement for the PFS. We rounded out the leadership team with the addition of Richard, and we're currently working hard to get this PFS out mid-year this year. We're initiating federal and provincial permitting and looking ahead to 2024 for potential starting construction. I think there's just one slide, yeah. So just a review, we're committed to responsible development of the project. Back in 2020, we initiated a responsible development policy. We were awarded with an Eco Logo certification in 2020, and in 2021 put out our first ESG report. In 2022, we've engaged Tugalik Energy to conduct a greenhouse gas emissions review on the property to outline a roadmap towards production in a carbon neutral mining operation. So thanks, everyone.